good evening, everybody. This is Take Two Radio Soaps and Review, and I'm your acting host for tonight, David. And with me tonight is the returning Casey Stephen Hutchinson.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back, Casey. We missed you around here.
Oh, I missed you guys, and I missed all the listeners, and so happy to be back.
And we have the ever-loyal CAROLYN with us. Welcome back, CAROLYN.
Oh, you're welcome, David.
And tonight we have a special thing because our lady Belinda is under the weather today and will not be joining us tonight. But hopefully,
hope she makes a fast recovery.
Hopefully she makes a fast recovery. Who knows? Knowing her, she's got a willpower. I can't believe. It would not surprise me if she would sneak up on us on the last minute.
That sounds like our Belinda.
Yeah, it is. That fits her to a T. And we miss her. So why don't we get started? CAROLYN, you want to time us again?
Yeah, I can do that. That'll work.
Okay. Give us 22 minutes.
22 minutes. Okay.
Yep. Maybe, yeah, 20. Make it 23, CAROLYN.
Okay.
Okay, B&B. Okay, are you ready, Casey?
For B&B.
B&B. I'm going to start out swearing. Okay, CAROLYN loved it the last time. But Bill Spencer is even a bigger phallic symbol this week than he's ever been.
I actually can't believe he even put that in motion. I can't believe well, okay. We don't know if it was Justin or somebody Justin talked to. But anyways, I still can't believe he put this whole thing in motion to have Spectre burn to the ground. That was actually beyond what I thought Bill would ever do to get what he wanted. And that's it's almost like mustache twirling villain that he did.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, those fire scenes were shot very well, so kudos to Gold. And honestly, I would say maybe even put one of those episodes up for directing for the Emmys next year.
Oh, probably. And as of today, and believe it or not, before I just opened the show, I just finished watching today's B&B, so I'm fresh, so to speak. So
fresh
we find,
and fired up.
Yeah, fresh and fired up. You like that one?
Yeah.
Well, I was.
Go, David.
Yeah.
I was tweeting. I was going to tweet this one thing, and it was going to say all of our soaps were on fire today, meaning yesterday, especially Bold and Beautiful.
Yeah,
and I was
especially
like,
Bold and the Beautiful.
And I was like, I got to get off soap Twitter. I was on there a lot yesterday.
So we find Sally in the hospital today.
Which I haven't seen.
Apparently,
any of the soaps today.
You didn't see it today. Sally seems to be the only one who was rushed to the hospital. She's the only one in a hospital room, though. Others have been visiting her. And today, even Liam and Steffi, after they found out about the fire, they went to visit her. And Princess Steffi, in her got humble and even wished her well. and said that she deserved a fair shake, which surprised me to the most part.
Well, I just cannot wait until Sally figures out that it was Bill who set this, whole thing in motion, and that includes him setting in motion the lie that Caroline is dying.
Okay, well, you're halfway there, Casey, because at the end of today's episode, if you see it, Liam confronted Bill.
Oh, I just want somebody to snatch Bill. Here's the thing. Bill never got spanked enough as a child. Somebody needs to just march in that office, grab him by his collar, and say, "Look at here."
Yeah, so what do you think going to happen now? Okay, what was the last thing you remembered, Case?
So the last thing I remember was yesterday's episode, where it was you had on one end Spectra burning to the ground, and the fireman was like, "Ooh, everybody leave. The building could collapse on itself." And then Sheila and Quinn had another brawl, which I can't wait to get to.
Yeah,
because I've been loving those cat fights.
They had another brawl today. Yep.
Takes me back.
You missed that one. It started small. It started with the pillows.
I can't wait to watch today. Bolda is just on fire. There we go again, literally.
On fire.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Thanks, Carolyn. No pun intended. I mean, Brad is like, look, this is the 30th, and ratings have gone down a bit. But he's like, I'll be damned if anybody tells me this show is done.
Oh, I hope not. There's something to
I
be
don't
said.
think it will be. Networks are very happy with our soaps right now. Even though ratings aren't looking the best, yes, they are very, Wyandotte just hit a new low, and Days has tied its low for the 10th straight week, but networks are happy with the shows. And I think by that, each show is coming in under budget. It's just... Really, as long as a show comes in under budget, sometimes that's all the network cares about.
Well, they still popped in with the president's speech on Days of Our Lives today, so they're still getting the people watching, so they know when to come in with the news alert.
I think Bold has the secret weapon. And that's that Kimberlyn Brown is a huge, huge, huge Trump supporter. And she's like, I'll be damned if anybody interrupts my career. And for once, I don't mind a Trump supporter. I'm like, she's not interrupting my soap, so I'm going to...
Yeah, as long as he's not interrupting our soaps, it's okay.
Yeah, I think Kimberlyn Brown probably marched into the Oval Office with Sheila Carter in mind and said, "Look, you interrupt this soap, I'm sticking killer bees on you."
Yeah.
So we got that pillow fight started.
Honestly, it's been a long time since we've seen women beat the hell out of each other on a daytime soap. It really has been. The last cat fight I remember was Connie and Carly in the Metro Court on General Hospital.
Oh, yeah. Now we got Sheila. So that fight with Sheila and Quinn really escalated. Okay. I want to give you something to look forward to. And it ended with Quinn going to Eric, and Sheila is out of the house.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
We don't know if she ain't done yet, though. Kimberly Brown still got a couple months left on that contract. I wouldn't be surprised if the next place to go out up in flames is the Forrester Mansion.
Oh, good hood. When is National Fire Prevention Week anyway?
When did Sheila return? Let's see, wasn't it in June?
About. Yep, you were here.
Yep.
So I would say.
Yeah, she's still got a long time left because that contract was 1 year. And so with the option of renewal. But I'm just waiting for them to put Sheila back in the opening credits.
Yeah, I wonder. She has an option for renewal at the end of 1 year. Mm-hmm. So we got.
And another thing is about the Sheila return. Brad did that interview that he wants to keep the Genoa City and LA world separate. But here's the thing. Somebody needs to tell Lauren because, one, if it wasn't for Lauren, there would be no Sheila Carla. Two, those shows have always been in the same world. Eric just crossed over in February to try and save Lauren's company. He was there for Nikki and Victor's wedding during the 40th anniversary year. I mean, it's ridiculous to say that you want to keep them separate after 30 years of them always being in the same world. And especially because you have Sheila's beginning storyline. She stole Lauren's baby. That was really her first storyline. That baby, Scotty, all grown up, he's on the canvas. And so is Lauren. I mean, come on.
Well,
and
I think they're still trying to figure it out.
And, we don't know a lot about, I know they're trying to keep a lot of what Kimberly Brown does this time around under wraps. So there could be talks between.
I bet there's talk.
Yeah. I mean, I know Mal Young, he said in an interview about becoming the head writer of the show that it's going to be a mix of history with high drama. Sheila brings out high drama, and she's history.
She is. She's very much a part of history. I'm trying to think. How much more damage can she do right now? I mean, right now, I hope James comes clean and she doesn't have to use that on.
Well, I think he also knows that if he comes clean, she's probably going to go off the rails. Because, James is, once again, her lifeline. And so I feel like he knows somewhere that if he comes clean, she's going to go full throttle crazy.
So, not like she has already. Probably a lot.
Yeah, more. This is Sheila hasn't even started to go crazy. These are just strangling people. That's child's play to her.
And Carolyn, I want you to know, the first time Sheila was ever on, I don't think Casey was born yet.
Oh, she does.
No, but I know my soap history.
But he's caught up pretty good.
Yes.
Let's see. There was just recently a contest on an unofficial Bold and Beautiful contest from one of their mega fans. And in order to win this contest, you had to pick your favorite Sheila Carter story. Well, my favorite has been her sending the puzzle pieces to Lauren about Lauren's affair with Brad. And so I rushed to put that on there. I love that. That was so evil.
Oh, my God, I can't.
She had Lauren putting that puzzle together, and it was her and Brad just bumping it.
Oh, my God, that brings back memories. That does bring back memories.
But I will say, one thing I did like, and it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember, but Brooke, she marched in that Forrester mansion. She wasn't playing no games.
No, she
wasn't.
wasn't.
Went in Sheila's room. She's like, Sheila, you ain't sleeping. Get your ass out of this bed.
She wasn't afraid.
Yeah, she was ready to go. She was like, Sheila, get out of bed. Like, she knew she was lying. And Brooke's like, look, you've shot me, you've tormented me, we're done. Like, Brooke has always been the one to wake Eric up. And if anybody, she can certainly do it this time.
She's gonna do it. I mean, she used to try and drown Stephanie. She used to try and drown Lauren. She basically took over the show for. I don't know when I've seen more of a showstopper than Kimberly Brown.
Well, and I believe that when it comes to Kimberly Brown playing Sheila, it's different than all the villains in daytime. Because she, usually when it comes to my villains that I like, I think of the villains that are more psychological rather than, oh, we're going to hire somebody to blow up this building, or Victor feeding rats to his wife's lover, and, but Sheila, she is a mustache-twirling villain, and I let her get away with it because Kimberly Brown is just so damn good.
Yeah.
She adds some, her, I believe, is truly evil. I believe that Sheila Carter is truly evil, where compared to these other villains, they're evil with the heart of gold. Yeah, or, they have a psychological problem with them. Sheila knows how to play her game.
Oh, Carolyn, this is called the Sheila Show.
But I love it. I want it to be the Sheila Show.
Well,
I think she should tumble with Bill for a while.
Yeah.
The Sheila and the Carter.
I'd like her to tumble with Bill for a while. So.
Oh, me too. And if you notice, she mentioned her daughter, one of her daughters, that
Mary.
she had with James. Yeah, she said, and I was like, they should bring those girls on. They need to bring
only
Sheila's
one.
children. Well, she's got
it's only
Mary.
one girl.
Well,
I think Mary and Erica are the same one.
Are they? I thought they were different.
Yeah, I think after she left James, when she was left with Mary, she changed it to Erica.
Well, and don't forget, she also has her fake children, Daisy and Ryder.
Yeah, she's got her children with Terrible Tom.
Yeah, which popped out of nowhere. Those kids don't exist. Those are fake kids. Those are changing history kids.
Those are changing history kids, yeah.
I don't like
that was
changing
an
history
unbelievable
kids.
moment. That was a WTF moment there, so.
You said it, boss David.
Yeah. So, all right, that's our B&B. So let's go on to Days. And why don't we start off with your surprise?
All right.
Are you ready, Carolyn?
So, I'm ready. I was waiting for the surprise at the end, but we'll let's start off with the surprise.
I'll give it to you. I won't make any of you wait. So I'm back, and I'm back with an exclusive. In October, there is one character returning that I'm sure none of you thought would return. Batty Ben, Robert Scott Wilson, is returning.
Oh, I wondered, yeah.
In October for 11 episodes. There you go.
Ooh.
That was 11 episodes, Carolyn.
Oh, well, that's good. I know he played, a villain, but I always thought that he was a very good actor, and I saw that he was on the circuit with them, and I wondered if they were going to bring him back.
Well, yep, they are. He's heading back to Salem. We get to see that hunky, good-looking, trying to kill people in cabins. We get to see.
Now, is it what's the storyline, or did you hear?
I'm not allowed to disclose the story.
Okay,
I was only told that I can disclose, but I know the story. But I was only told that I could only disclose that he's coming back.
Tweak us a little bit, okay.
But
well,
I told you it's going to be a damn good story. I can tell you that right now.
Okay.
Oh, we need it, and we say thank you, Sir Ron Carlivati.
Yeah, he's bringing the heat.
He's bringing heat and the humor.
Well, Ben just disappeared, right? He didn't die.
No,
right.
Mr. Ben is not dead.
Okay. He's alive and well.
But, yeah, so that's what my source delivered. Because, I got a source that watches all the soaps, and there's one who covers Days, one who covers GH, and then one who covers both of the CBS for me. And this came in literally 1:45 and heard it ding on my phone, and said, ooh, we'll reveal this tomorrow.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm Sonny and Paul are so happy, and everything's going great. And I'm just wondering, when is Will due back?
About the same time, I think.
There's a special guest who's going to pop up at their wedding. That's going to be a shocker to everybody.
Okay.
Oh, so there's another tease for you. I'm hearing that this guest who shocked everybody may not even be Will. There's no word on who it will be yet, but I'm hearing it may not even be Will.
Carolyn?
Well, they're going to have the double wedding, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at a double wedding. Are we I haven't seen today's days yet, so I am not sure. Carolyn, would you like to hazard a guess on who the guest will be?
Oh, I'm...
Now remember, it could be Will, it could not be. There's just, we don't know.
I wonder if it's Adrian.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, that'd be good. And we can have Bonnie there, standing next to her son, and the wedding's going good, and we get to the injection part, and it's like the loud, dramatic music, and then fade back.
Well, all these people that are coming back, they're not going to know which end is up because we've got, 3 doppelgangers?
You get a doppelganger, and you get a doppelganger.
You get a doppelganger. Yeah, do we have 3 doppelgangers or 2? We know 2 for sure. Well, who's the third one?
Well, we have Marlena.
Yeah, Marlena and Hattie.
And Hattie. And Bonnie.
Bonnie and Adrian.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Is there a third?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I'm.
Unless you count Tony and Andre, but I don't.
Tony not alive.
I know, that's the thing.
Well, okay,
there would be a surprise. That would be a surprise.
Speaking of Tony Andre, I am glad to see Andre getting back to the real Andre. Because the Andre I knew was not the Andre they've been portraying since he showed up in the Brady Pub again. Andre came on this show as a serial killer. Killing people left and right. And what they've tried to make him nice, and it's like he's not. Andre is a villain who can match his father. I mean, so I'm glad it looks like they're restoring Andre to his true form.
But in another way, I like his warmth toward Chad and Abigail.
See, and just knowing, I kind of like his warmth towards Abigail, but just knowing his history, I'm like, you better be careful. He gonna snap a baby up and throw it off a bridge or something. I mean, he gonna kill somebody. You know, that's why I'm like saying, Kate, like, I'm like, watch out, Kate, don't piss him off. Like, don't do it, girl.
Well, he was salivating today because he needs a doctor's note, and he's approached Marlena Hattie, and
I think Andre should get involved with this whole Hattie and Bonnie plan now that Angelica bit the dust, which we get to that later. I'm upset about that, but
yes. Well, that's what happened today, and he's all excited because Marlene is going to help him out with a doctor's note, and he dropped the bomb that Kate and Roman are having an affair. So how do
of course he said that.
Oh no!
Today.
And you know, I'm thinking to myself as Kate and Roman kissed. One, to me, it was actually a very welcome surprise. But 2, here's the thing: last time they got together, you know, his throat was slashed at their wedding, and blood went all over Kate and the cake. So maybe we should just back up a minute and slow down here.
Oh my God! I know. According to history, because my day's history is a little hazy. I can't. There are some things I can remember, some things I can't. And I do know that they've tried once, and I do know she had kids with him.
Don't you get started on those aliens. Don't you know it?
Yeah, well, I don't know much about, I just know she had kids. I don't know the circumstances, so I can't get started on something I don't know, so I don't know how they came about, or were they twins?
Yeah, see, I know that whole storyline, but I don't want to get into those aliens.
Carolyn, you remember?
Coming down from the
No.
Carolyn doesn't remember.
No,
I can't.
Let's not go to
all.
Cassie coming down in that.
Yeah, I played the fifth.
Look, it was like a 4th of
July
July party or something, and these two twin teenagers, well, more like 20-somethings, came down in this space pod. And Belle and Sean rushed over to save them. They were aliens. And, oh, God. But anyway, so Belle and Sean were trying to teach them this is how humans act, and it was supposed to be really funny. And then came this story of who's the mama to these children. Is it Kate? Is it Marlena? And I think the mama is Kate. Might be Marlena. The story was just so stupid. And,
well, one's the mother and one's the surrogate.
Yeah,
So Roman was the father?
Yeah, I think so. But it was this whole big storyline, and days just went too overboard. I mean, I was fine with Parley getting buried alive. Marlena getting possessed, that was fun. Aliens, goodbye.
See, I don't remember that at all. I must not have been watching it.
It was like 2004, 2005.
I must not. I don't remember it. See, I told you. I just know that they had kids, but I don't know their circumstances.
But, I will say, speaking of history, I was enjoying when Marlena and John were talking to each other through the padded cells, and they were discussing the villains through the decades and who could have made this elaborate plan, and they were like, oh, Alex North, and, oh, they even put Stefano in there. And
yeah, oh, yeah.
I was just so happy that was good on Ron's part. I love when little history is added in like that.
See that, Carolyn? There's more.
Yes.
More proof.
Yes.
You must be working quite a bit closely with Sherry, because Sherry knows this soap fairly good, because she was writing it in the 80s.
It was, it's like out of the current soaps, Windar and Days are what I know the best.
So what do we have so far? We have a double wedding. We have a possible surprise guest.
We have sinking ratings.
We have poor Lucas found in bed with
poor Lucas.
Angelica.
Come on. I know Lucas was drunk, and honestly, it was a very smart scapegoat. But we know Lucas Horton, in his drunken state of mind, would never hunch Morgan frickin' Fairchild. I'm sorry, Morgan.
He even said that today.
But
he said that to Chloe.
nobody.
Yeah.
nobody going after that teddy bear-looking Botox woman.
Yeah. Oh goodness, yeah. He said that today. He said no. He said I would never do that. And then he said I think Adrian it wasn't her. So there was something about her body. He wasn't quite sure. Poor Cleo. She couldn't figure out what was going on. She says, oh, he must have been really drunk.
My God. Oh, did he mention it? Did he mention to Hope that it says, I don't think it was Adrian today?
Yes, he did.
Two things for me. One, I did enjoy Morgan at the end of her run. I felt like she
when
was
they start getting good,
I felt like she was really starting to sink into the work. But I would have preferred either, we all know Jane Elliott wouldn't have come back for a soap, but, they could have gotten Judith Chapman. I think they really could. She's on recurring at The Young and the Restless, and both shows, Sony has a stake in both shows.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, if Wally Kurth can pull double duty at General Hospital and Days, then why can't Judith Chapman? And also, I'm not really a big fan that they killed Angelica Devereaux, because that is a character huge from history. And even though she's really expendable, this was the huge, one of the biggest obstacles ever for Justin and Adrian. And I don't know, it could have been played out a little bit longer. And I know Ron is a big person of, if it's not working with the fans, it doesn't work for me. But then, he should have seen if he could have gotten Judith Chapman.
Well, I don't know if Ron was in charge then when she brought Morgan on. I was thinking
he wasn't in charge
Mordina.
When Morgan got brought up. But
what?
I think they could have discussed it a little more. I mean, because by then, that was close to the end of Dina's run. So Ron would have just been brought in at this time to decide where he wants the show to go. And so, he could have gotten rid of Morgan. That's fine. But why'd you have to get rid of Angelica? I love my Angelica. She came on and she had Jack, she was his stepmommy, and her senator husband was killing hussies around town, and, women he thought was, always in bed with somebody, and he killed all the Salem whores, but, so she's quite the big character from history. Angelica, that character definitely made her mark, so I wasn't a big fan of her dying, but it's whatever now.
It's whatever now.
But they did say when Morgan Fairchild was coming back that it was going to be a short run.
Yeah, that's true. They say, that was way too short. I mean, that plan barely got off the ground. She only had like 2 scenes with Justin.
No, it was.
It's like, Morgan, we know you ain't getting hired by anybody these days.
No.
It's not like she's got a cozy job to go back to on Search for Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice. It was nice to see her on. She put a different spin on the character.
Yeah, nice.
Yes, and she was getting better. Yeah, she was.
Say
she
what
was
you
getting
will.
better.
I'll agree with you there. She was getting better, but still, she was not my Angelica Devereaux.
Yeah.
Storyline.
It went. Jane Elliott and Judith Chapman are the best remembered for that role. However, there was a blonde girl in between them that nobody remembers, so I don't get why they hired Morgan.
No, you got it right. The one after Judith. Judith was the middle one. And after her, right. Shelley Taylor Morgan.
Yep. But still, they should have gotten Judith back. I might be alone on that, but they should have gotten Judith back.
Well, yeah, I thought maybe why didn't they go for Judith, too? That was...
And I know Judith loves acting at any time of the day, and I know she loves the soap world. And I don't think she would have turned down an extra paycheck for a couple of months.
I don't think so. I believe you're right there.
I think it was
just... be way ahead.
I think they were just at days, like, who can we get that's a big name that we can afford? You know, who's a low-cost big name? And that was Morgan Fairchild.
Yeah, and the thing is, maybe, I don't know, maybe Judith's schedule, I don't know. Well, I'm trying to guess if that was, well, I don't know, because I can't tell now because the way they tape. So I'm trying to think when we first saw Angelica, and then when they taped, I think Judith could have done this. If they're about 5.5 months ahead, I think Judith could have. Yeah, I think Judith could have done it, and then we could have seen her on that and Y&R together.
Because Fairchild first popped up in June, and Chapman first came back again to Y&R in December. So that's literally 6 months. So she could have played the role. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
But Wally Kurtz is literally on. Like, there are some days where I see him on General Hospital, and then I flip the channel, and he's on Days of Our Lives. It's possible. And Eileen Davidson does it all the time. And she's on contract at Y&R, yet she is coming back to Days.
And
she's not leaving Y&R for Days. She's doing both shows.
Well,
it's not that hard. And even though Ashley Appen ain't got a story right now, they work Eileen Davidson a lot more than they do Judith Chapman on that show.
They do. And let me see. Do we think she'll be on contract on Days? I don't know if they could do that.
I think she'd be on. I don't think they could afford to, especially one, she's temporary. Two, I don't think they could afford that at the moment, just because with all the returns they have coming back, and they just hired Tyler Christopher, and we all know he ain't cheap. So I think she'll be recurring for Days. But, you know, they only may need her, 4 months.
Yeah.
You know, that Kristen story.
Or could
Eileen
be the surprise? Could Eileen's character be the surprise at the wedding?
Well, I think Eileen will be Susan, just based off of what I've seen. I haven't heard anything. This is being very tight-lipped, closed doors. But during the Halloween week, we have a character coming on named Elvis. So that's just why I'm thinking that Eileen will be Susan this time around.
And
I hope so. I love Susan.
When is Sammy coming back?
Oh gosh, soon. I think September. Next one? No, wait, hold on. Let me go and check.
She's
having a lot of returns.
I wish they would just get her back full time.
Is it fall?
Yeah, I know it's... Let's see. Let's see when Hallie Sweeney be coming home. Hopefully she don't buy no nun outfits for Halloween because they'll get confused. Alrighty, so our little Sammy, Jean, Brady, Demara, Horton, Demara. He will be coming back in, October 13th.
October 13th, that's her first day?
Yep, that is when we will see her again. And then Chandler Massey comes back in September.
Oh. So,
and then
when is the wedding?
I don't know when this was. I would assume September. I think, and I just say that because Days of Our Lives historically has liked to do something big to kick off their fall season. So yeah, could very well be this wedding. So Chandler Massey in September, Allison Sweeney in October, Eileen Davidson in November, Brandon Beamer and Martha Madison in December, Tyler Christopher and Laurice Sorrell in January. Oh, and the new Sierra in December. Which I really like the new Sierra.
And what is her name again?
Victoria Confell. Which, if you go on Soap Hub, Soap Shows, Soap She Knows, goes by all those names, if you go on that website, then they have a little clip of Sierra, the new Sierra's first scene. And already this girl is a damn good actress. She's upstaging Vivian Giovanni on her first day. I never liked Vivian Giovanni anyway. Because she talks like this. She was always like, Mom. Oh, I couldn't stand her. Wanted to ring that little girl by her neck. Say, look at here. With Vivian Giovanni. I'm so glad they got rid of her. Oh, don't Casey B. We all know it's true. We all know she was a bad actress.
Well, we can all be Olivier.
Yeah, I mean, we all can't be Oscar winners, but we all don't have the audition process in the middle of Walmart. I swear, Marnie Saidi and Dina Higley, when she was writing that show, they probably went to Walmart and said, you know what? You look like you could be Bo and Hope's daughter. Come with us. You on the show now. Congratulations. You going to be on Days of Our Lives. Do you know what that is? No. Well, it's a show your grandma watched back in the day. I mean, the only one who was worth watching from that teen set was Kyla Pettis, and they getting rid of him. No, I don't know if he was ever trying to play Down syndrome or if that was just his acting skills, but he did a mighty fine job. I will miss him.
Oh, he was autistic.
Well, yeah, and I don't know if he was trying to play autistic.
I don't think he was down.
Sorry, I said Down syndrome. Sorry to anybody out there, but I ain't gonna apologize for making fun of Vivian Giovanni because we all know that's true. But he's autistic, and I don't know if he was trying to play that or if that was just what he acted. But otherwise, he did a good job, and I'll miss him.
Yeah, but we got some time to kill. I mean, I
think in the new year, Days just calm down for a bit. I'm happy about all these returns, but just let's take a breather. I mean, I'm out of breath like I just ran a mile with these casting charts. I mean, I'm like, oh, my goodness.
Well, I just wanted to, Carolyn, as a side note, Tyler Christopher and Allie Sweeney, they basically started out on, I think, the same year in the soaps.
Yeah, that ought to be right, because he was over there playing Hunky Nicholas Cassidy. I wanted to cut me off a piece of Tyler Christopher back in the day. Which I heard, because the article has been posted, that he's playing an entirely new character.
Mm-hmm.
That he's not playing anyone from the past.
Dark.
But
someone very
new
new.
Character is going to be quite funny.
And some character that has not been on that show before. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. That is correct.
So
it's gonna be
there goes everyone's thinking at SFU on Facebook that he could be Nicholas Alamine. So
they also thought he was going to be, there was the big theory out there if he was going to be EJ. But yeah, Dan Kroll broke the news, and Dan, he's one of the most trusted sources in all of this soap opera news game. But yeah, it's going to be a complete new character, and I also heard that Tyler Christopher is going to bring some comedy to this character. So,
So, knowing that he is coming back with Louise Sorel, do you think these two characters are going to be related to each other? Or
I think, honestly, I think Larissa, I think this is going to be her new henchman, because every time Vivian's come on, she's always had a man by her side that's her henchman. So I think that's what this role will be. That's my guess. And I would say that just because that's probably the safest guess in the book.
Yeah. That maybe he'll be Vivian's new boy toy.
And I'm like, Louise, you lucky, honey. We can grab you a piece of Prince Nicholas. And of course, on General Hospital, he was named about just after every family member there. It's like Prince Nicholas, Helena, Stavros, Mikos, Cassidy.
Oh my God! So back to Days of Our Lives.
We always been on Days of Our Lives. We just got.
I know. Oh, what do we like so far that we've seen? Now, listen, we have Damos's killer revealed, but I don't believe it. I think there's more. It just can't be her.
Oh, why can't I be right for once, David? We saw those.
He's been saying all along. Yeah, he's been saying all along.
I say Nicholas. I'm prepared to. I just honestly, at this point, I don't know who else could have killed him. We've literally gone through everybody who was at that party.
Well, I don't know. Did you guys read Ron's interview about Damos's killer and how he went about it? I think it was No, Carolyn, I don't know. Have you seen it? Did you see that yet?
No.
Okay.
Did Eve have anything to do with Deimos? Because I know Eve's coming back.
Well, what Ron said was that when he came in, there was a killer already picked. And it was a very simple, easy out, a scapegoat killer. And Ron said, nope, we're going to flip the story on its head. Got a new killer.
He put in Chad and Sonny in there.
Yeah.
Ron put Chad and Sonny in the mix. And
I'm surprised, honestly. Oh, go ahead, David.
He said his first thought it was going to be Victor.
Mm.
And have it just like you saw where he was going to have Xander released from prison like he did and have Xander do it and have Victor do it. But then again, he second-guessed himself and says, I can't do this. So he said, let's do something different. Let's add a little more power to the... Yeah. And what if Xander got there, but Deimos was already dead?
Well, I'm surprised that nobody's looking into Kate. Honestly, I would have beefed this story up by having Kate as a suspect, because Kate thought Deimos was dead at one point, because remember, she was trying to get that Kyriakis money, and she's doing everything she can, and he came to her in that thunderstorm, and he was playing the piano, but yeah, so I'm like, why is nobody looking at Kate? I don't know if, Ron said he had to learn a lot about this show, so maybe he hasn't learned that they were together and that she did all that, but I would be looking at I think any good detective would be looking at Kate just because of what she's done in the past to Deimos.
Mm-hmm. That was interesting, and she wasn't there.
Well,
I
neither was Victor, but yet you can't say, just because she wasn't there when. Yeah, and he was like, Xander, hey, go kill Deimos. Go kill one of my fake family members. Have one fake family member kill another fake family member. Maybe that cancels you both out. I don't know.
But I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to be kept under wraps.
Well, with Ariane Ziegler.
When is Ariana is leaving?
In November.
So
yeah,
I don't know. You want it to be Nicole because you want Brady and Eric freed up from her. Why? That's one way that she could leave them both like that, I suppose. But I thought, I don't know.
Nicole is the only murder leaving the canvas. So immediately, that's why my mind jumped to her. And, they played out those flashbacks. We found out about Holly, but then again, those could be just flashbacks to twist our minds even more because she was on Halo, and, we had the curse with that stupid amulet that nobody seems to want to get rid of. Why the hell are we not getting rid of this amulet?
Yeah.
That darn amulet.
Why? Ron Calabardi got rid of Morgan Fairchild, possibly because she wasn't working out with the fans, but yet we can't get rid of this amulet? My goodness, this amulet is going to be around longer than Alice Horton. I mean,
And who has it now? Brady has it, right? Brady has it now?
Brady has it now, yeah.
Which, do you think him having the amulet in the house, because, you know, it's cursed and it makes people do bad things, do you think that's part of the reason he's drinking again?
And he knows, I think he knows that, I think the reason is he was hoping that Eric would be the killer, and it turns out he's not.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to be the killer, period, just because we have the car accident, you know, not too long ago, and he was responsible for killing chest hair galore Daniel. So I think that they're not going to go with Eric being the killer at all.
Oh boy, because it's hard. You know, I want her to go. I'd like her to go away happily, but I can't think of a way that. I can't think of a way that for her to go away happily and to leave both of the guys behind.
Here's how I see it. I'm going to make a story prediction. I'm going to make a story prediction. I see Nicole getting her baby back, and then I see it being to where Brady ushers her out of the country to a place where she's going to hide out. Because that leaves the door open for Nicole to come back, and that keeps it safe. So that's if she did do it. That's what I see happening. That's my story prediction. Which, according to you, David, I am right about this killer. But I probably will be.
I like your prediction.
Oh, thanks, David.
Oh my!
And is it just a rumor that Teresa's coming back?
I haven't.
You know, I have heard that too.
Yeah. Well.
And I'm going to check with my sources. So
I saw that in my travels. So we're gonna have maybe Teresa coming back. We're having Will. It seems like they're coming back, and they're going to be breaking up these these couples.
I would love for Teresa to come back. I miss Jen Lilly so much.
She was. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
And we know that
if she comes back,
Eric wants her back.
Yeah.
But if she comes back, they got to get her more back to what she was, and that was the super bitch. Because honestly, you know, the Teresa we all know would have not been scared of no 4'7" drug dealer saying, "You gonna come to Mexico with me, señorita?" And Teresa would have grabbed that fire poker, hit him in the balls, and chucked off in them stilettos through the Horton Town Square.
She probably would have, but you got to think who the character was. If she kills one, that means that there will always be another one to take his place and to avenge the death of the one before.
Yes.
So maybe that's how they look at it.
Teresa put former ISA agent, black belt karate kid in a coma. She's scared of no truck dealer.
Yeah, she was. She was
like
fire.
I've been taking drugs before you were born, child. Like, get out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
Kick rock.
Well, did you like her with Brady? I liked her with Brady.
I loved it with Brady just because they had hot sex scenes, but you know, Brady needs something more than that addiction story for Eric Martsolf, it won him the Emmy, and it was so great the first time around, but do we really need to revisit it? I mean, we have enough people falling off the way. I think, Brian DiTillo hasn't had a story in so long. Let's let him shine in the falling off the wagon story. And I feel like his falling off the wagon story is more warranted than Brady's. The person I've always wanted to see fall off the wagon, period, is Maggie, but looks like that won't happen.
That won't happen. We can
I
hope.
think that
if she finds out that Victor's the killer, she will.
Well, and that should have happened the year Daniel died, because the year Daniel died, she not only had that, but she had Summer come on, try to steal her money, found out I don't understand why Maggie hasn't fallen off the wagon again.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, it's 7:08, so on to
Did we do
General
23
Hospital? Minutes? Yes, we did more.
Oh, well, thank you, Carolyn.
Are we moving on to
Carolyn is on it.
Yeah, we came up with all these storylines. It was getting quite interesting.
I know. Instead of discussing the show, we wrote the show for another 7 months. I hope rapidly.
Okay. Well, I'm going to refer Casey. In the past couple weeks that you missed, Belinda and I have been trying to get Carolyn to slowly creep into Jen's hospital.
You've been trying to get her to watch the show.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Girl, you gave her the wrong darn soap to watch. Don't send me a You know this show's terrible right now, David. Why you got to do that? Carolyn,
you able to creep in?
Wrong.
No,
Carolyn never done anything wrong to you, David. Got to steer her towards the wrong show. Carolyn,
supposed to give Carolyn one man each. For each show that we do, we have to give Carolyn one man from General Hospital. She's got to keep her eye on.
I know. Belinda tried. I got sidetracked. But I will. I promise, David. I will. Now Casey says, you want me to Y&R or bold? You love Bold and Beautiful.
Carrie, my favorite soap of all time is The Young and the Restless. Now, I'm just saying, now there's a big sex ring story going on.
Oh, okay.
All right. So do you want to get
do a little bit on General Hospital and
Casey, do you want to give? We've already given Carolyn Donnell Turner, who plays Curtis, and Matt Cohen who plays Griffin. So, is there a one that you would like to offer since Belinda's not here?
Yeah, is there one that you want to offer up that I need to follow to tweak?
You know what, Carolyn? After this show, girl, I'm gonna give you a big gift. I'm gonna send you a bunch of pictures of Ryan Pavey shirtless in your inbox. Get ready, girl.
Okay. I'll be looking for Ryan.
I mean, he's a terrible actor, but my goodness, he is delicious.
He's on there for his good looks, not acting. Okay.
Well,
all right.
He fits the old soap acting model, and that's if they can't act, at least make sure they're hot.
Okay.
Well, he does okay.
David, he ain't never gonna win an Emmy.
Well, they got to give him something.
Him and Vivian Giovanni should make a show. There you go.
Oh, my God. Casey Stevenson.
Worst actors in soaps. Go ahead.
Okay, so back to General Hospital. Carolyn, sorry for that off.
Outburst.
Don't try to apologize for making her watch the worst soap on TV right now.
So what do we have? We have Julian Jerome has got 20 years.
Yeah, he'll be out pretty soon because, Will DeBride just signed a new 3-year contract with the show. So.
Yeah, he'll be back around the holidays.
Yep. He is not going anywhere. He'll be back.
But he got 20 years. Julian got 20 years and 15 on good behavior. So he could be out sooner. So, and we have mixed motion in front of everyone else about him going to jail. Alexis is torn up. She doesn't.
Well, I will say this. Props to Alexis for going after Sonny and Carly. Props to her because for the past few months, I haven't understood why Sonny and Carly need to be the moral compass of the show. I don't mind that they're the lead, but the fact that two of the most raunchiest characters in General Hospital are the moral compass of the show, it's screwed up. So Alexis went after, she was like, look at here. Like, Sonny was like, Julian done a lot of bad things. Alexis was like, oh, so your hands are spot clean? Like, she hoe-checked him. She was like, don't you be coming after my 8-pack man with your track record. And she was like, Carly, don't you even start. She checked them both at the door and twice on Sunday.
How about that? Yeah, she gave him a what for, didn't she?
Well, yeah, they deserved it. I mean, the people who should, if Alexis wanted to be judged on who she loves, I'm sure the ghost of Ruby D would have appeared to her, but like the fact that Carly and Sonny trying to hoe-check Alexis, give me a break. And then Carly threw it in her face. She was like, well, Sonny's never held a knife to your throat, Alexis. And I'm like, I was like, Alexis better say to her, well, you judge Rick Lansing and Sonny all the time, but yet Sonny never shackled you to a padded cell.
How about that? So Carolyn,
I guess it's all relative.
Here is everyone says there's basically good and bad in just about everybody on this show. In one case, one person doesn't. One person only has nice smelling roses on one side of their lawn. They've all gotten dirty at one point or another.
Well, like I said, it's all relative. How can you compare one one with the other? Who's worse? Which one's worse, Casey? Who's the worst?
Out of Carly, Sonny, and Alexis?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would probably say Carly. Even though Sonny is a mobster, Carly slept around with her mama's husband, and, she been stealing men since 1994. And so, honestly, I would say Carly. I mean, Alexis has kind of been clean. Yeah, they made her done bad things every once in a great while, but Carly is probably the easiest just because anybody can toe check her at the door. I would say Carly, Sunny, and most recent years. So there you go. Leave my Alexis alone. Don't go after my Julia Rain White, Alexis Davis. Now, that Julia shout-out was for all them Santa Barbara fans who listen to this podcast.
Well, that's very nice of you for letting them in, Casey.
Well, I hope they still watch daytime today.
Yeah, they should.
I mean, I don't blame them if they aren't, because it's not as good as it was back then. But we all saw the most recent ratings.
Yeah. And say, I
with
don't know.
Y&R only getting 2.97.
Oh, we need. I think they all need a little something.
Well, here's the. Just the worst thing that's happened to daytime is treating us viewers like we're stupid by thinking that doppelgangers and mustache trolling villains is good soap. I mean, because it just gets messy. This whole Hattie and Bonnie story, I kind of like it to a fault. And then it kind of gets messy, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's showing their acting skills. Is like Marlene is always sweet and nice, so
except for that one time she was a serial killer and the devil, but
well, well, I find the storyline with Hattie, I find it just quite comical because it's so different with Marlene.
Well, yeah, you can't. The thing is you can't take this story seriously.
Yes.
Because it's just not a serious story.
No, it's not a serious one. But it's a fun one.
So anyways, GH.
Yep. So what do we got? We finished that one off. So let me see. What else is there? I guess.
Are we going to talk about Sam's cat poop disease?
Yeah. Sam came clean, which I thought that was very brave. She's the only one that wanted to come out.
It was very damn good acting from everybody. And if Kelly Monaco gets snubbed at the Emmys next year, I'm going to be mad.
That was heart-wrenching watching her to come to Carly and tell her the truth. Because she didn't want...
But...
I was
irritated by Carly a bit. Like,
really? I can't tell.
Don't you start with me, David. Like, I know she was upset about them not telling her, but it almost seemed like she was upset by Sam having this disease she couldn't control because she was thrown off the side of a bridge. And I was like, Carly, now, why are we all supposed to forgive you when you make a mistake and have a good excuse because of it? But we can't forget Sam for doing what everybody in Port Charles has wanted to do for the past 22 years. we've all just wanted to shoot Sonny and kick him into a pit.
How about that? But I was surprised with how Carly did not crucify her for that reason alone, what you mentioned.
If Carly would have crucified Cam for that, I would have jumped through my TV screen, pulled out about blonde hair, and beat her ass. I mean,
I don't doubt it.
one, I know it was because of the disease. Two, I know she feels guilty. But three, I want to make a gold medal for Sam. I mean, Sam deserves to be showing up and treated like a gold medalist at the Olympics for doing what we've all wanted to do for so damn long.
Shoot Sonny and kick him into the pit?
Mm-hmm.
I guess there were a couple of people on that program that probably felt the same way.
And if I was Sam, I would be mad at Garvey. You know, he's dead now, so she can't be mad at him. But, you know, I would have been mad at him because he tried to take credit for her crowning achievement. I'd have been like, what you trying to do? You didn't have no vision. You didn't stake out Sonny. You didn't kick him into a pit. I did. But
yeah.
I'm happy for Kelly Monaco. I'm glad her acting abilities are being put to the test after all these years, and I hope she gets an Emmy nom.
I do too. Now, Carolyn, I'll give you a little refresher why we're talking about. Remember, we talked about the character Samantha, and we talked about that she had the disease toxoplasmosis.
Yeah.
That's what. So okay, so we know Kelly Monaco did, in our eyes anyway, Emmy
has done a superb job.
Yes.
with what she's given, or the storyline. Okay.
What she was
well,
given.
and this is Kelly Monaco's first lead storyline in years. She's always been supporting for years upon years. And so I'm glad that they're finally giving her time to shine.
I am too.
And you say that she's doing a superb job.
He's doing a darn fine job for trying to have to act out cat food disease.
Oh, you're so
Oh my God, Casey Hutchinson. Isn't he just being awful tonight, Carolyn?
Yes, he is. Well, we're coming up to 8:25, so we have a half a minute left.
Okay.
General Hospital.
Thank you,
I
General
will say
Hospital.
that I came back and I wanted to come back with some fire.
And before the minute's up, Carolyn, I would like to offer you to follow Kelly Monaco. She
okay. And I'll have time because September. Anyways, we'll talk about that at the end of the show for our night. So I'll have time to catch up.
Yes, you will, won't you?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Okay, on to the Y&R.
Ooh, my favorite.
Okay. Casey,
No,
I am displeased. What? You got something? You go for it then.
Before we go any further, don't spoil nothing for me because I know my Teresa Cladback returned today. So don't spoil anything from me today, okay?
All right. Well, I'll just leave it like this then. I am waiting for the time where they build Cain back up.
Get him gone. Get gone. Right now with Daniel Goddard, I'm like, listen, you can kick rocks, boy.
I want his character restored. He's got a little tarnish, but he has to. I want at least. The thing is that I want him to be built up and get back to his family.
Well, the thing is that they're going to build him up. He's got to stop blaming everybody for his issues. I mean, and people, are like, oh, Lily, cheated. Well, she was open about that. She was like, look, this is what happened between me and Joe Clark. Instead, Cain hid it from her. It came out to her in front of like 8 people that she knows and loves. Then he tried to cover his tracks, and he's just got to stop blaming everybody for his problems. What Cain did was what Cain did.
That's the first thing. That would at least give us a running start.
Yeah, he's not shown remorse for anything.
No, well, the thing is about he and Billy, I don't know, somehow they got the shoe on the wrong foot because Billy is the one more or less to screw up, and he saw in his face he needed to make it look to Victoria that he's still a screw up and he can take care of the job. But he screwed it up. Cain screwed everybody, including himself.
Well, here's the thing. This Brash and Sassy story for me, and, Brash and Sassy versus Jabel, or even the Foundation, which is Jack versus Billy, it's getting a little tiring for me just because we've had Jack and Billy at each other's throats long enough. This affair happened so long ago already. And really everybody move on except Jack, and I get it. It hurts like hell, but hell, even Katie moved on faster from Bill's betrayal with her sister than anybody.
Yeah, and the only part is that, I was surprised, and I am surprised because Cain has always been a pillar. That's why I'm so shocked. I don't mind the color here and there, but he's always been a pillar. He's always been faithful to his wife, even in the darkest times.
Let's not forget who Cain came to town as, thinking that he was Philip. And let's not forget that he hid from Lily that they were in money troubles with CAROLYN. And let's not forget that he, didn't tell Lily that he didn't get shot on those church steps, that it was actually his evil twin Caleb. So, Cain is not a saint, but Lily, she's damn darn close when it comes to comparing the two.
Lily, you're saying Lily's more of a saint? That's what you're saying.
Then Cain? Oh, you better believe it. It's not like she ran around town giving people chlamydia. No, she got the chlamydia.
I know. Poor Crystal is living with that for the past 12 years.
Oh, yeah, she never going to get I mean, when Crystal Khalil dies on her grave, it's going to say, "Here lies a Wyandotte chlamydia survivor."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Crystal ain't never getting rid of that storyline.
That's going to chase her. So next.
Well, before we move on that, I actually do want to say, why is Reed Hillstrom going to public school when he's a Newman and these poor little Ashby children are going to Walnut Grove? Like,
I thought Walnut. Well, oh yeah, because he can. I don't know.
Yeah, why is a Newman not going to private school? Why is an Ashby? And, you know, that's the problem I have with Wyandotte. Wyandotte, back in the day, would have treated the Ashby family as the Fosters, you know? And the Ashbys are supposed to be the working class family. I would say they're the modern day Fosters.
Working class.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, Kane don't have that executive position no more. He had to go on and sell his car. And I'm sorry, but Lily probably will only make $1,000 paycheck right off the bat for that commercial if she gets one ever. And, you know, Lily just modeling in skimpy dresses in a Wisconsin town is not going to get her a mansion.
No, probably not.
So I think, you know, when Mal Young when his material starts airing in October, one thing that needs to happen right away is Wyandotte needs to get back to the old days when it was there is a class system in the world. Because there is, you know.
There is, yeah.
There's the Trumps, and then there's my family. And the Trumps are like the Newmans, and my family's are like the Ashby. The Newmans are billionaires. The Ashbys are barely thousandaires. I mean.
Well,
ones are writing the checks, and the others are living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, her brother is only rich because he found out that he was Catherine Chancellor's grandson. You know, but Lily ain't rich. You know, she's not related to Catherine Chancellor. Catherine Chancellor didn't leave her anything in the will. She left Devon that money. Devon's the rich black folk on the the-young-and-the-restless.
Yeah. He comes from nothing. You have me talking like you now.
I got you, David.
We're going a little off tangent here. But you're on you have a
good point. A good point.
Ellen. So that I do agree with you there. I see Kane and Lily's family as more as today's working class. And hopefully we can, I don't know, if Mal listens to us, enough of us, what do you think? Can he turn it around?
Well, you know, even with that executive position that Kane had, yeah, that's paying quite the hefty salary, but he came from a company that was out of the game for over a decade. I mean, Brash and Sassy have not always been around, nor has it always been a division of something. Brash and Sassy was out of the game for yeah, Brash and Cassie was out of the game for a long time because Victoria got rid of that company to run Beauty of Nature. So, I mean, you know, yeah, he would have gotten quite the hefty salary, but he was only there the first year. I mean, if he would have stayed there, his salary would have gone way up. But I'm not saying that, you know, he has an executive position and all of a sudden, you know, it's Lily Ashby Chancellor. I mean, let's calm down here.
So we got that settled away.
Oh, yeah, I think we talked enough about the Ashby's birthday.
Yeah, we did. The other thing is, now, because I want to get Carolyn on this, and Carolyn, a couple shows ago, we mentioned about Dina Margeron that is back on this canvas.
Ooh, yeah. I love me some Dina. She's my girl.
Yeah, and remember, we talked about there's hints of Alzheimer's, and
okay,
right, and
actually,
Sally
Sussman's came out,
and I'm surprised she came out with it. That she had she basically spoiled it for us because she did admit that it's Dina's Alzheimer's.
Oh, so that's why she's acting strange. Okay.
Yes. And the thing is, my take on this with her and Graham, with Graham on there, I'm wondering if they're going to tackle the subject that's really been plaguing society, and is that of caregivers taking from their people they're taking care of.
Well, I think that would be very good. I mean, it's a very Wyandotte storyline because Wyandotte is historically the social issue soap. So I like where you went with that, David.
I'd like to see it more go that way if they find out that because of her illness that he starts taking from her. Even though he's named in her will. See, she named him in his will. She named Graham in her will. And I'm trying to...
And he's her caregiver as well?
I'm wondering if he's more her caregiver than anything else. Because
well, and she's been playing it like he's her man friend.
Her man friend.
Okay.
She's hiding the fact. She's probably hiding the fact that she doesn't want her family to know what's wrong with her. She's showing those.
Classic Dina, and honestly, I'm not sure Dina feels comfortable because of how long she's been out of their lives. Because Dina last popped up in 2008, but then before that it was like 1997. So, I mean, she's never been in their lives full time. So I don't think Dina feels comfortable going to her cheer-in. Well, okay. Not Billy, though, because that's not her child. But
So,
and especially if she knows she's vulnerable, and she's always been very strong, so it's going to be an interesting storyline.
There was a little slip up a while back where on her first day, because now Jack has hired her back to give her some work, and she's at Jabot working. And in her first assignment, her numbers didn't add up properly.
Well,
So
I think, didn't they say that, like, didn't Graham say that he did that? Like, I thought that
Graham
was Graham
corrected it.
That.
Graham corrected
yeah, but see,
it.
I think he's trying to gaslight her into going crazy. I think Graham is trying to gaslight Dina.
Yeah, but he made it. But he made the numbers come out.
Yeah, he fixed the report. And then he was like, you take credit, Dina. But I think that he is going to start screwing with her business.
Yeah. And he'll probably get Gloria in on it.
I love me some Max Shippey. He is delicious. He's one of them daddies on Tinder that you go for. I mean, he's delicious. Carolyn probably knows what I'm talking about. Girls, go on Twitter at Making Max, and you strike up a friendship with him. Because I don't think he's married. I've never seen a wedding ring on his finger. So, Carolyn, you go ahead. Show him what a Days fan looks like.
Now, is this Max Shippey?
Max Shippey,
yeah.
Max
Shippey. At Making Max on Twitter. Yeah, you go show him what them Days love taught you.
What is he on Twitter, Making Max?
Yeah.
Did you say?
Yeah. I do believe so, yeah.
I'm just saying, Carolyn, you watched Days in the 90s, right? So,
yes.
You know all those sexual undertones they had with
Bo
and Carly and how steamy it was and people hunching any place they could get a bed and a blanket. So, girl, you learned your lesson in soap love scenes. You go ahead and, with John and Marlena, John and Marlena would make love. Would zoom over to the candles and, Bo would make love to somebody and we'd say everything. He'd be like, I'm going to get me some Carly Manning. I'm going to put her stethoscope somewhere it's never seen before. Now Peter Reckles. Peter Reckles, back in the day, he got it naturally, but now he's got to take that pill where, 4 hours, you're worried.
Well, we come to that
time. I'm making notes here.
Okay.
You go,
Carolyn.
I'm proud of you, Carolyn.
Okay, as we close, I'd like to thank Carolyn for being our timer. Thank you very much.
Best
You've been
timer in the world.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
And I hope you learned something.
I'm learning a lot about the other soaps.
Stick with me, girl. I'll hook you up with shirtless dicks.
So,
David, are you going to make
say to you?
Sorry, what did you say, Dave?
I said, I don't know what to say about you right now. I'm speechless.
There's going to be a lot of
sure.
be a lot of bonfires on Twitter tonight. I know that.
Oh God.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, going to be lighting up the Twitter feeds.
David, I'm sure you were just happy to have me back. See, haven't you missed the electricity I bring to the show?
Yeah, I'll give you that. You bring electricity to the show.
And I gave you exclusive, so you better be great.
Yeah, thunderbolts and bonfires.
Okay,
so
so
we're gonna get you a man, girl.
Oh.
So I
want
want
to somebody
say,
to hunch on. Now remember, girl, remember you got to bend your back. Bend it.
Oh my God!
This is too fun. This is too funny.
AC, you have to leave Carolyn alone. Okay.
I think he's seen my face. He's seen my Facebook feed. I think he's being cute.
Lord have mercy on you. So, before I give you the final thoughts, take note. We are on again on Thursday, September 14th, and that is our only day in September due to we have
scheduling conflicts.
We have a lot of scheduling conflicts. I've been trying to
don't sit on our asses, eat bonbons, and watch fans go through an hourglass all day. We have lives.
That's right.
So, including my own schedule conflict. Otherwise, that's why, it's just been a little difficult scheduling. So, we'll be back on September 14th. And, Casey, do you want to give a clean farewell?
Would you like? We've been doing this whole show. Anyway, real quick. I'm happy to be back. I really am. I missed the show so much. And Carolyn, don't forget to binge it back. Okay, next.
Okay. I'll do my due diligence. So when we come back, I'll know a little bit more about these hot tickets.
Be a little more relaxed.
All this this eye candy that you keep telling me about.
Okay, so on behalf of all three of us, I'd like to say to everyone who's listening, have a pleasant evening, and we'll see you on September 14th. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Yep.
Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit TakeTwoRadio.com.